I couldn't believe it, but there are 11 unfortunately secret tricks with Wick VapoRub that almost no one knows about. And when you see what else you can do with Wick VapoRub, you'll be absolutely amazed. If you have a bruise, Wick VapoRub can actually help you because there is evidence that the ointment's anti-inflammatory properties can help with bruises if you gently rub it on the affected area. A thin layer is sufficient here. Repeat this several times and the bruise should noticeably disappear more quickly. For the next applications, you should first grab a clean cloth and soak it in warm water. Now you can fold the damp cloth on your table and spread a small amount of Wick VapoRub on it. The menthol it contains can create a strong and soothing cooling sensation, which can temporarily suppress the perception of pain in your muscles or joints. For example, you can place it on aching knee joints. Repeat this several times a day and you will notice that your knees hurt significantly less. You can achieve a similar effect if you now place this cloth, for example, on your neck. If you have persistent neck pain and it's feeling tense, the menthol it contains can also provide a significant amount of relief for these pains and problems. In general, you can also simply apply some Wick VapoRub directly to your sore and aching joints, such as your wrist here, and continue to repeat this process several times a day. But if you think that's all, you'll be absolutely amazed when you see the 7 other things you can do with Wick VapoRub. That's why next we're moving on to the candle trick. For this, you simply need old candles or a whole bunch of candle remnants because you shouldn't throw these away, but instead put them in an old pot now. After that, you can put this mixture on the stove, turn it on, and as soon as the candles have melted down enough for you to remove the leftover wicks, you should do so and set them aside. Next, take a heaping teaspoon of Wick VapoRub and add it to the pot as well. Now make sure that everything is completely melted and well mixed together at the end. Now you need one of the old wicks and should stick it into an empty candle jar. Once you've done that, you can now carefully pour the liquid wax, which is mixed with the Wick VapoRub, into these candle jars. Now secure the wick firmly with a few clothespins so that it stays centered. And then you can grab a few cloves and add them to the wax as well. Now wait until the entire candle has hardened again, because this way you can reuse old candle remnants, light the candle and place it somewhere in your home. You get 2 advantages at once. On the one hand, it's a very good menthol candle, which is naturally beneficial for your airways. But since mosquitoes can't stand menthol at all, you can actually keep mosquitoes completely away with this candle if you place it somewhere in your home. You could even just open the lid of the Wick VapoRub container and simply place the container somewhere in your home to keep mosquitoes away. The candle is naturally a bit more convenient because for this method you would really need several of the containers, whereas you can quickly make a few candles with just one container. And even if it's already too late and you've already gotten 1 or more mosquito bites, you can even get relief with Wick VapoRub by applying a very small amount to the bite, and it will immediately stop itching. Even if you suffer from painful headaches, Wick VapoRub can provide significant relief by gently applying a small amount to both of your temples, or directly to your forehead. But make sure that it really is only a very small amount, because you only need to rub it in lightly to benefit from the effect. If you have cats that regularly scratch surfaces where they really shouldn't, such as your wallpaper, furniture, or even your kitchen cabinets, you can also use a little bit of Wick VapoRub to help out. Simply smear a very small amount of the ointment on your furniture, cabinets, or the specific corners where your cats constantly go. Because the menthol scent is quite strong, the cats will instinctively avoid these spots in the future and simply won't scratch there anymore. But did you know that Wick VapoRub can even help you in your toilet? Because if that lid squeaks loudly whenever you open and close it, you just need to apply a small amount of Wick VapoRub to a clean cotton swab and carefully smear it onto the metal hinges. Tabi. You will definitely notice after a short time that they no longer make any noise, all thanks to a small amount of this effective mixture. But the most ingenious trick of all is still the one with Wick VapoRub for your feet. For this, you should take a liter of warm water and add a heaping teaspoon of Wick VapoRub, stirring until it has completely dissolved. After that, you should grab some freezer bags and put your feet inside them. Why exactly you should use freezer bags and what else this trick can do for you, I'll show you in a moment. First, let's pour our mixture into the bags because then we can seal them and soak our feet in this foot bath for 30 minutes. But why did we choose the bags? If you were to use a large foot basin, you would need much more of this mixture. With the bags, you can apply it much more concentrated and in a smaller amount to your entire feet. When the time is up, you should take your feet out of the bags, and now you can also apply a very small amount of Wick VapoRub directly to your heels. because the ingredients actually help you treat cracked heels and make your feet nice, soft, and smooth again. And if you want to know what incredible things you can do with Rinse Aid in your household, then check out the video you now see on the screen. Just click on it.